Hello. Hi. Oh, here she is. Oh, you have had someone's had a tough day. Okay, two someone's. Me someone, you someone, because yeah, she had some food that did not agree with her. Yeah. So it's been a messy day. And I may have to put her down, as in put her on the floor. Because, yeah, not put her down. That sounded awful. No. Anyway, happy Friday. How's everyone? It's Friday with the Frenchie. I'm Mia. This is the Frenchie. Hi. Yes, hi. I know you didn't feel good at all. Poor thing. I know. Let's get your eye goober all zhuzhed up. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. Remember last week I did a whole live stream and nobody could hear me for like 5 minutes. Can you say something if you can hear me? Let's hope. Let's put you back here so Mama can check the sound. Oh, say something. Say something else. Let's see. Can you hear me? Let's check the settings. Let's check the audio. Hello. Yeah, it says that you can. I'm gonna get on my phone here and say hi, Randy. How are you? Can you hear me? Hi, Katie. How are you? All the fun folks are showing up. That's two F's that are clean. Okay. Yeah, now the party started. Randy shared some funny stuff. You guys just go follow Randy. I think you can either friend him or follow him. He posts some funny stuff. Oh, Happy New Year. Yes, yes, yes. We went live last week. What was last week? Oh, no, it wasn't the New Year. When was New Year's? So Happy New Year. Yeah, it's the first one of this year. Took me a second. Hello. Actually, I'm going to change these glasses out. So, yes, Merry New Year, as he says on Trading Places, which is one of my favorites. All right. Share, right? Banana bread and ice cream. That sounds delicious. I love it. I am doing great. Katie, how are you feeling? Randy, how are you feeling? Whoever's here, say hi. Let's see. Boy, it took a lot to put this together today. Drew texted me a couple hours ago and he said, "Are you going live?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Let me ask Gidget." And then I was like, "Hey, bitch." As you know now, that's her new thing. Anytime I say hey or bye, she goes a little nuts. Thanks, Katie. I have a lot of glasses. I have at least 5 pair. I just went the other day and got some new ones. Yes, new ones adjusted. I need to get more with a little glare on them. So I got my eyebrows done. I'm kind of excited about that. I got them like tinted. I felt a little dark. I felt like I looked a little shocked all the time. Randy says he loves you. I love her too. She's been a little high maintenance today with this Miss New Booty of hers. I'm not kidding you. I mean, goodness. Um, let's see what Katie has to say. You had a full body massage earlier. I'm pretty sure your nipples told the masseuse girl was trying not to get stabbed in the eye. Right. That's workers' comp, right? So what did everybody do for New Year's? Mine was a big donut of fun, meaning I did nothing. I went to see some friends, and as starting the 23 and me a year for some friends of mine here in town, I went to see some friends. Let's judge this and never be sorry, by the way. Come on now. So we went to this lovely little brunch at a place called Mimosa. I have to tell you, one thing you have to check when you go to places is what's the decibel level. I don't know if that's because I'm getting old or what, but we were at this lovely place called Mimosa, ironically, and it was just fabulous. But we were sitting in the back, and it was loud. They had like a fan going, and I had new friends meeting each other, and so there was a lot of what going on. And some are not that old. So I think I need to put that in my Google reviews. Speaking of which, I would love to encourage you this year to start being the year of you being a cheerleader for the things you love. Would you like to hear a little tuning fork about that? Let's do it real quick. Clear that energy so you can be a cheerleader. Mm-hmm. Yes. 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 Let's get all the energy out there. I'm I'm going to talk about some steaming in a little bit here. So, yeah, what do you think about that? So, I do a lot of Google reviews, and I'm at a point where I think I'm now at level 9, which gets me nothing, by the way. I get nothing for free. They don't pay me for it. Sorry about my nose. Hi, Andy's here. Hi, Andy. I was just talking about getting people to commit to being a cheerleader for the things that they love this year. So what I do is wherever I go, I just post photos. I can post videos on my phone too, which is kind of nice. Not always. Sometimes it's a little fussy, but yeah, why not? Why not go to your favorite little, place where you get your oil changed? That's what she said, and go leave a review. Take photos. Take photos with yourself and the person. I did that last week when I got firewood, got wood, and it was lovely landscaping place, and left them some reviews, because I'll tell you what, it really does help them a lot, because when it's somebody else talking about them, it makes sense. And you can leave honest reviews too. Although I do strongly suggest that rather than having a poor experience, not telling them and going home and writing about it and being disgruntled, which, don't get me wrong, I love a good disgruntled. But I think it would be great if you could have a conversation with them too and just say, hey, um, this didn't work for me. A friend of mine who's doing a lot of travel blogging, she was mentioning some things that were going on at her hotel, and she was still there. I think I mentioned this last week, maybe, that she said, like, oh, the mini bar. So they just said, free mini bar. Well, they only meant like soft drinks and like some snacks, not the boozy. I was like, that's a big leave out of information. Just tell them and see if they can make it right. And then you can write about that too. Does that make sense? Yes. Uh-oh. Katie's having, I'm not going to quit my tuning fork though. You think of the old chorus director in Catholic school who had a mullet and a lisp and always called on me to answer a question about what note she was playing, and I'd stutter and cry. Oh, babe. Let's turn your frown upside down on it, though. No more crying. No more being put on the spot. That does sound traumatizing. Sorry. Anywho, back on the leaving review. So I would love for you to, if you create a profile in Google, go use your Gmail account, and then go start leaving reviews. Promise me that you're going to do it. Think about the last place that you went that you really liked, even if it was like the fast food place. And then what I love is sometimes they'll write you back and say, hey, thanks for no, thanks for, leaving the review. It really helps them. And I'll tell you right now, people need all the help they can get. I mean, some businesses have to increase their prices because of, supply chain stuff, things like that. Andy's in it too. She says, I love biz owners who hop on a review and thank the person for their honest feedback. I do too, good or bad. That's right. That's the sign too. Andy, I know you probably talk to a lot of people, and please post your links to your shows here. Actually, if you want to post your links to your monthly little overviews of all your guests, Andy has the Andy Lyons show. Gosh, why did I just forget your show? It's all for founders. It's so good. It's so, so, so good. But, I think it really is interesting and telling to see how a business handles getting criticism. And that's probably a 101 thing that business owners need to know about. Right, Gidget. So, Startup Life Live. Oh, sorry, babe. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. Well, because I talked to you this morning and it gave me a little coaching about some contract things that I'm putting together. Anyway, I really encourage that though. I mean, I've been posting photos and my photos get a lot of views. Now you can't actually see that, but I know that a business is getting looked at. And think about when you're looking up a business, you do go to Google Maps. I mean, it depends on if you're really married to another app or not, but I personally like that a lot too when I look things up on Google Maps. So that's my admonition, prayer, request. When I say prayer, I use that term loosely, right? Anywho, so that was this week. What else happened? So we had New Year's. I'm now officially oh, hold on. Oh, Randy says, so speaking of reviews, apparently people are giving shit reviews of the Arby's that I work at because the new manager is awful. Eee. And so that is a franchise, right? That's interesting you bring that up, because I noticed that I follow this group for my hometown, Champaign-Urbana, and somebody had said that they left a comment or a post about the Wendy's, the local Wendy's. I'm doing all my threads worldwide today. Look at that. Hi. busty today. All right. Anywho, back on the reviews. So Randy's saying that people are giving crappy reviews to Arby's, and somebody was saying, "Oh, the Wendy's, this, that, and the third, that the manager was awful," and that is really tough. So I guess you still want to make sure that you are, being honest and truthful about it, and then also calling too, and being specific. And the person was very specific that it was because of the manager, right? So I wonder if you can call corporate. I would tweet to Arby's too. Uh, oh, the shift manager is off. Okay, well, still, well, then that store manager needs to fire that shift manager. IJS, right? Don't let that shit, like, they need to well, man up and start firing. I'm just saying. Oh, Andy, thank you. Yeah, Startup Life Live. Oh, yo, please go follow this. If you want to just learn about interesting businesses that are uh, really innovative, and these are small businesses that are looking to get funding, small that are scaling, basically everybody that doesn't get the normal funding in any kind of fundraising, or when I say that, like more of like capital raising, Andy interviews them and gets you all inspired about it, which I love. Let's see. The last one you posted is that 5,000? How many is that? I'm thinking that's 50,000. Good, honey. You get notified when see Katie's doing it too. Katie, let's go follow each other. If you want, everybody put your link in here to your Google review. Your what do you call it? Your Google profile, and then we can follow each other, and then we can go and and that'll bump each other up too. And that's the great thing too. Like, think about somebody that's just complaining about a business and they've only given 2 reviews and they don't even have a photo as their profile. You're kind of like, yeah, I don't know about you. You seem like you're just on here for this one specific thing, which is okay, but that's not going to hold a lot of water for me, right? Either whether it's good or bad. So, let's see. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? Listening to a full moon transmission. I wanted to stop by and send love. I love you. Thank you, honey. Hey, post a link to what that is. I'm going to be listening to Moon Omens tonight. Katie, yes, it's a full moon. It's the first one. I think it's called the Wolf Moon. It's a full moon in Cancer. Mm-mm-mm. Bring it all in. Post a link. And I'm doing I think it's every full moon and new moon. They do one at 9:45 p.m. Eastern time, and I do that on YouTube, and it's lovely. I mean, you get on and you're live with about 4, 5, 600 other people and meditating. Can't go wrong with that, y'all. 50,000 views. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you can go and just go to your profile and pull up the link, and then you can share it. I'll show you real quick how that happens. So, like, I'm going to me. Here's me. Da, da, da. Oh, Rebecca Saltman mentioned me. Yes, she did. All right. So then I go to my little profile. Da, da, da. I know it might be hard to see. I go to my profile. Oop. Oh, shiznit. Mm. I do not want to turn on incognito mode. No, that's for if I, want to open up a window that I want to surf. Anyway, I'm getting myself in trouble with that conversation. So my profile, and then you'll see here's me. I'm a local level 9. I've done 11,000 contributions. I don't have a ton of followers. And then if you go to my photos, so like that was me when I went to get my firewood. When I went to Pagosa Springs, I was able to do a video of that. And I'm going to do this for my travel group. So see all photos. So you can see that I've uploaded 8,900 photos and have 88 million views of my photos, which is super fun. So some of these are kind of new, but let's see, like, this one's had like 3 upvotes and it's had 35 views. That's the video. And then you go down to, let's see. Yep, I did like the whole ooh, there's me doing that little polar plunge. Hey now, woof, it makes things shrink up for sure. People are liking it. It's had 75 views. And then if you go to my overall views, you can sort by most viewed. Still, my top one is here at Peter's Chinese that had 2,448,000 views random, right? This one is from Southlands. 2,413,900, blah, 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 whatever. So isn't that fun, though, that you can contribute to your local business? Just walk in and start taking pictures. I take pictures of the menu, things like that. This is one of my other favorites. This is from the funicular. It's a video I took. This is in Italy. How fun is that? 1 million views of that. All right, that's enough of that. Isn't it fun? So I suggest you do that. Also, leave reviews, make them detailed if you have time. That is my admonition and my little lessons for you today. I think it's great, right? I mean, right now, the holidays are over. You know, we've had this whole thing of like, oh, we've been busy, busy, busy. Speaking of which, go and check out my my podcast episode with Drew. We were ranting. Oh, speaking of which, what's up? Back on my bullshit, Drew. Drew, will you post a link to our podcast episode? It was about Festivus and other things. Mm-mm-mm. Hi, Ramiro. Love that picture of your avocado. We met or we were acquainted through me going to that retreat, ayahuasca retreat, which was so good. Katie says she finally found a job with an airline. Yay! But don't want your coworkers or HR to find me. It's probably a good idea for all of us, for many of us, right? Good for you, honey. That's awesome. See, every full moon you got in your period. Yay, girl, you are cycled. Right? I mean, that's kind of cool, actually. That means you're super, super aligned. I love that. All right. So, what else are we going to rant about? Oh my God, Drew, I told you about this today. But so I finished the whole Bernie Madoff series today. I had it on in the background. I was driving around doing some community stuff, and I want to talk about that too. But if you haven't watched that new series that's on Netflix about Bernie Madoff, it's called The Monster of Wall Street. Listen, there's been a ton of stuff out there about him. Of course, with him dying last year, a lot of stuff surfaced again. But this one is juicy. FII. Shame on the SEC. Shame on JP Chase, whatever. You know who they are. Shame. They knew a lot about it, especially, and I don't know if you're ever following that guy, Harry, what was his name? I'll think of it. Bernie. Oh, this guy, he really came out in the beginning. Oh my God, this guy was on the case. Harry it's Markopolis. It looks like it would be spelled pronounced Markopolis, but it's Markopolos. So this guy was the one that was really, really, really blowing the whistle and kept being like, folks, this is mathematically not possible what they're doing. This is the largest Ponzi scheme in the world. So I would definitely suggest putting that on in the background. I mean, you do want to watch it, but it is one of those things you can get some work done and have it on in the background. I was driving around it, not even watching it. I was just transfixed by it. Pretty interesting. This guy, man, what a garbage bell. He was awful. So that's really fun to watch. I've been sort of low grade obsessed also. You have technical issues or I do? Oh, okay. Thanks, Barbara Drew. You guys go follow Drew. He has The Anxious Truth as well. He wrote the book 7% Slower that gets on my last damn nerve because I am trying to function at 7% slower so I can slow down to get more done. Stupid. Mm-hmm. I said it. So, oh yeah. Thanks, Drew. Boop. I'm probably making a good face. God, we're so funny. I listened to our podcast episode again the other day and just couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, golly, we are really funny. Anyway, I've been watching that. I've been watching this remake of American Gigolo that's on Showtime and like Paramount Plus. It's really good. It's the guy that was from The Walking Dead, John Bernal, I think his name. He's kind of banging hot. I gotta tell you, he's looking pretty good. But it's like this remake of it, of like him, of Julian finally getting out of prison. I don't know if you remember that movie at all, because I was definitely young enough to be like, yee, Richard Gere, hey. And so now they've remade this whole thing about, I thought it was fascinating. And then what's her name? Drew, what's her name that I told you about is in it too? Rosie O'Donnell. She plays a hilarious part in it. She's pretty funny in it. So that's what I've been watching. Now, let's talk about Community and what's going on. Okay, so we got through all the craziness of the holiday, right? So now I know a lot of people are still in that Hygge phase, Hygge. Is that how you spell it? Or is it Hyye? Hygge, where you kind of like, still are being quiet. You really don't want to make these big proclamations, quite frankly, until the spring, the vernal equinox. Hygge, true for the winner. Hygge. Anyway, look that up. It's low grade fascinating. So which I love. I mean, let's definitely take care of ourselves, not like hit the gas too much. Again, let's plant our seeds in spring. Right now, let's just kind of chill out, be reflective. You know who's in retrograde? TFG, that friggin' guy, right? I mean, he's always, it's like he's always on some kind of bullshit. But Mercury in retrograde is also the time to review, rethink all the kind of different things. Go back, get things all settled that you need to really get taken care of. Start working on your taxes, FFS, right? I mean, all these things. I know that sounded boring, but you really should. Ooh, we have some fun folks here. Hold up. Hi, Anna. Hauga. Hey, how are you, babe? Hi, Jess. How are you, honey? Thanks for the post the other day. We had our friendship anniversary. Oh, I love that you're all saying hi to each other. Hi, Carlos. How have you been? It has been some time, my friend. All right, so we're ranting and we're going to get here to community here in a second. So, now that we have all the push of what we need to do for our families or the decorating and all that. And seriously, please go and listen to this episode that Drew and I had massive rants for an hour about. And it really is kind of a, how to get more things, how to not be so pressured, especially during the holidays. And this year was really kind of sped up and on crank yankers because it was kind of the first normal one ish in a while. So now we have the holiday done. So a couple of things that I think about are one, um, volunteering and donating, because there's always this big push during the holidays, and then it tapers off, especially starting about the end of this month. So today I was driving that Jeep Grand Cherokee. Hey girl, BDE. I've had a couple of BDEs. The minivan was not BDE, but I love the Chrysler Pacifica. I got to pick up food for Colorado Pet Pantry, which was fabulous. But Candace Bailey introduced me to a couple local gals who are doing a clothing drive for homeless here in Denver. So I got to use the truck. I called up Candace and like, hey, do you need any help with anything? I've got this Jeep Cherokee. So went and picked up broken down boxes for what they're going to use for the donation for all the putting all these cardboard boxes together. Simple, easy to do. I really would love for you all to start thinking about that, of what you can do, of who's looking for help, because it really does taper off donations, volunteering time, because everybody gets that big push during the holidays. Does that make sense? And then if you can set up some kind of, even if it's a small amount donation and make that monthly, that is a huge piece. If you talk to anybody that's in the fundraising world, that is their lifeblood of really, really relying on saying, I'm going to get that $10 from Mia every month or whatever the small amount is, right? B-Row, what's happening? Where have you been? Word up, my friends. I love Colorado Pet Pantry. Like, love them. And I say this all the time. It's because they're very, very, very well organized and they do great things in the community. Them providing pet food keeps pets out of shelters, as you know. Hi, Christy. How's my girl doing? Hi, babe. Oh, we need to chat. We need to chat and catch up. Been thinking about all these different things going on in the world. Chrissy's been on my podcast as well. She is a birth and death doula. Very interesting juxtaposition. She helps usher in and usher out. So important. Don't be afraid of death. More on that later. Anyway, yes, make it an annual thing. Make it actually a monthly thing if you can, so that they can rely on that, or just say, okay, I'm going to make sure I donate. Again, time is money too. So today, when I talked to these gals that I did when I did the cardboard boxes, universe kind of brought that all together, because you know how I love my universe woo. And turns out the one gal had broken her leg that had the boxes, so she wasn't able to get around. And then the other gal had been in an accident the month before, didn't really have a car. So I'm like, just call me this week. I've got this car. I mean, I have a car all the time, but it's fun to, use the cars and show how you can use them. So that worked out great. So I think the more that you put yourself out there, the more serendipitous things you'll find that are going to pop up for you to help with. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say that so I could get a drink.
Yes, all year long. Thank you, babe. Yes. Make it, yeah, all year round. Jessica does so much in her community in Lima, Ohio. You guys go follow her as well, y'all, because I don't know if you're still doing your conferences, but she is so sunk into the community, and we all should be. Again, going back to what I said in the beginning, if you're just now tuning in, I'm Mia Voss. This is Gidget. She's in my booty right now because she was having booty problems today. Would you like to say hi? Here she is. Um, Oh, there she is. Tut, 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 tut. I know. It's been a rough day of pooping. That's her. It's been a rough day of pooping face. She's not enthused by any of it, of y'all. All y'all, right? Go F yourself. No, you didn't say, give me a kiss. No. Okay. The only reason why I'm letting you do this is because you cannot lick your booty. All right. I'm sorry. I put your business on the highway. Anyway, yeah, I mean, if you are able to, again, give reviews, leave reviews, recommend, and that's on everything, including Google Maps, Yelp. If you want, I feel like Yelp is a little sketchy because they make people pay for popping up the reviews. Like once you subscribe to them as a business, they kind of have you by the shorties, right? And TripAdvisor's fun too. Like if you go to a fun hotel and leave them a review for that. But definitely Google Maps just for your everyday kind of stuff. She is tired. Look at that. I know. Womp womp. I know. She's so funny. She is a superstar. Everybody does love you. You know what? I know. I know. Well, she's very tired too because Mama's always like, bye, bitch. You're not going to do it. You're too tired to even be mad about bye, bitch right now, aren't you? I told your dad to start saying it, and he's like, I don't know if my mom would appreciate that because your grandma's living with your dad, right? I said, you're a grown ass man. You can say what you want to your girl. Exactly. Exactly. So, let's put you right here. So, that's kind of my community little thing. I guess I'll probably try and say that every month too, just because I think we get sort of caught up and going back to our everyday life. And, if there's always going to be these smaller businesses that need that little pick me up, right? Because you love them. I've been following a lot of these foodie people around Denver, and I'm going to get back out and start really going to the smaller little restaurants. But I'm also been doing a lot more weightlifting, so I'm going to be able to handle that. So I won't have to wear stretchy pants. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I love a good stretchy pant. hmm So last week I went and did that somatic breathing thing. Remember, I left early. I wasn't having any drinks because I went and did the Wim Hof breathing and did a little microdose of mushrooms. It was amazing, y'all. Like that was super cool in this whole room with about, I don't know, 11, no, about 12 people. And we all just like got really chill. We took a little, just a little microdose of little chocolate and mushrooms, and then started doing this breathing thing, this somatic breathing, where you breathe into your belly and then your chest and then out, and you kind of go in this circle. Look up Wim Hof, Wimhoff. So it was, I don't know if it's because I've already been doing a lot of this plant medicine or what, but I saw some things. It was neat. I saw this like a whole like super like superhero kind of come in, look like me, kind of had like a cool little outfit on or something. It was like a new and improved me. Was really digging that too. And okay. Oh, that scared me. Whew. There was a little spot back here and a little jarring, but I don't smell any, you know what? I don't smell any number two. So we're good so far. All right. If you see any on my shirt, let me know. So, oh my gosh, it was so delightful. And then they played a bunch of songs. So we did the breathing for about 45 minutes, which is kind of long, but I think the mushrooms helped it a lot too. Ooh, I was getting into it. And then I did a little bit of crying, but I mostly was giggling. And there were a couple people who were like, who was giggling in the back? That was awesome. I'm like, me. Because I felt joyous and joyful. It was very cathartic and healing. And then for one song, we did this breathing, and then we put the pillows, held the pillow up and screamed into the pillow. So like some somatic scream work just to kind of get that out. Now, when I did the plant medicine in November, I think I got a lot more out. That I got a lot out then, so I wasn't feeling as like hit the ball and punch somebody in the face kind of thing. Um, That's how I froze. Nice, Drew. So, yes, yes, yes. Hold on. Again, I love that. Thank you, Jess. All year, and really get those ones that you think are your favorites. She is tired. Thanks, Jess. You know what? I'm a reflection of the people around me because you are as well too. All of you are. You're all doing this in small and large ways. I do find some cool. There's some cool stuff in Colorado. I have to say.
It's really good. Jess, I will talk to you about that. I'm actually going to a retreat in Phoenix in 2 weeks, so I won't see you in 2 weeks because I'm doing another combo, and that's KAMBO and, some Reiki healing. I'm going down to Phoenix for 2 days. I'm really excited about that. Yeah, but I would love for you if I'll post a link to my blog post that I did about the retreat. Girl, it is right up your alley. You have done some fun off the wild beaten path things by yourself. I mean, that's what I did. I went by myself. I interviewed the shaman on the podcast, and then I was like, you know what? I need to do this. And it was delightful. It was 5 days. It was wonderful. Ah, Randy, thank you. Everybody needs a Randy in their life too. Thanks for your Monday and Friday messages. You're such a cheerleader as well too. You really are, honey. Thank you for saying that though. Yeah, Iceman. Iceman. He really is that Wim Hof breathing. That's super powerful. I mean, talk about a free and fabulous way to really zhuzh up your energy is go do the very concerted breathing. I think as people who are so stressed all the time. We're in such a fight or flight, even if we don't know it. And I think we hold our breath a lot more than we realize, right? Or shallow breathe. It's definitely needs a little bit more air. Oh, I love that. When you get in that zone, it's a lifetime and a blink at the same time. Breath work should be taught in schools for reals. Oh my gosh, you're so right. It's so true that it is a lifetime and a blink. And one of the things with the Wim Hof thing, and this one that I tried this week, and I'll post a link to it. It's about 11 minutes, but you do. Oh, I think about 10 or 15 of the breath. So, breathe, kind of puff up your belly and then into your chest and then out. So you're going in this cycle. But then at the end of it, you breathe out and then you hold your breath that inverted way where you're not, breathing in and holding your breath. It is very interesting. It is a blink in a lifetime. And even when I did that polar plunge a couple weeks ago at Pagosa Springs, what was interesting is I was able to clip into a lot of the things I've done with the plant medicine and the different frog medicines that there's discomfort in it, but you really lean into the discomfort. I'm not saying I'm gonna be getting in a bucket of ice all the time. And I'm certainly not going to do it in a shower. No, no plus no equals a big no to that. Like if I have a choice, I will never turn on a cold shower and get into it. I will dance like a little ballerina right out of there and probably fall flat on my face because it's so uncomfortable. However, when you get into that mindset and you step into the water, now I only went up to like my armpits, my teats, and I kept my arms and my hands out because that was too much for me. But I did go in twice and it was delightful. And same thing with this. I think when you get into that zen zone, it's you can lean into the discomfort. Does that make sense? Yay. Oh, hi, Leslie. What are you doing? How are you? Good to see you too, beautiful. And yes, Jessica, I will talk to you about that next time I go to that too. Leslie, what have you been up to? It's good to see you on here. You've been doing some great posts. Christy says, you should chat to my friend. He owns a float spa and Evolve, but it's a lot of Wim Hof and cold plunge. Absolutely. Where is he? I think wouldn't that be fun to sort of travel around and do like super luxurious things with cocktails and then go off and do Wim Hof breathing and plunge in that pool? Yes, please. Anna says, I use the Vegas breathing with hand on chest while waiting for my toe. Oh, you did. So Vegas nerve, as you know, is like this. I mean, it looks like a giant floating alien. It sort of starts at the top and it comes down the back of your neck and floats through your whole body. Vegas, baby, Vegas, right? And it's Vagus. Y'all look that up too. Ooh, I am learning a lot this year and last year, just more about, again, I did a whole episode on somatic breathing, which was really fun too. Crazy the visions you get during it too. It changed your life. Oh, honey, I'm so glad. Yay, we need to talk. I want to hear what you've been doing too. Because even the visions I got last week with the 40 minutes of doing that breathing again, and then having that little micro dose and just enough to make you feel a little warm and fuzzy, but not super woo. And it was beautiful. And that was just me. A lot of people were working through some things. There were two gals next to me who had just gone through breakups and feeling the pain. I think one is a mom, the other one had been in the relationship for 5 years, so all these different iterations of breakups. But you could feel this almost like how they talk about aspens are not individual, they're a grove and they're the whole connected system. That's what it felt like. So I really dug that too. Let's see, Leslie says, I tried the shower, just no. I know, babe. Yeah, no. Danced around. I just can't. But again, there's something about like having this contained, or like I did it in a stream, but it still was, contained, and there were people and they were talking me through it. It was interesting. Yeah, burrito to chili tatas, teats out, totally. I think Jess is the same. I need a hot shower, girl. Yeah, I can't shave with goosebumps. That seems dangerous, right? All of a sudden, it's like this rash of dots because you shaved off all the top layer of your skin. Yeah, that's a nope out. Absolutely. Oh, it's good to see you too. It's really good to see you. I love your profile picture. You look beautiful. What's everybody up to this year? What are your new offers for your business? Please post a link here if you've done something fun, or if you have read an article that you love, that you're totally digging. I've been off on this big kick about the nap ministry. I talked about it on my show with Andy. If you're still here, I was on Andy's show right before Christmas. And then when Drew and I had our podcast, and now I'm forgetting what her name is, but it's called the Nap Ministry. And it's just delightful about really, getting out of the hustle culture. Ugh, right? Mm. So post links here. I would love to see what everybody's offer. If you have something new with your coaching business or your business, or again, an article that you read, something encouraging. My recommendation was to watch the Bernie Madoff thing and get really mad. But you know what? Here's the thing, what I love about watching things like that. One, we forget a lot of these things. We forget that the long lead on some of these issues that went on and then people weren't using their intuition. I mean, I really, really am trying to encourage women. And just, I've talked about this on stage, encouraging people to start trusting that intuition, because then you can start calling bullshit more easily. And the more all of us are calling bullshit and being very specific and very concerted about it, the less things like this are going to happen, that there's this mass amount of blindness that people go along with shit. That's all I have to say about that. All right. Let's see. Christy says, come to San Antonio. I definitely want to come down there, and I will. It's the only cool thing there besides you. I'll get, please, right? Vegas. Oh, good. You're doing a lot of vagus nerve exercises lately for panic. If you all have any really good links, I would love that. That'd be fantastic. Yes, cutting glass with body parts. Maybe that's why we don't see women promoting daily cold showers. Exactly. Woof. I mean, we're already like struggling enough to, not show our nipples, which is so stupid, but it is true. Like I don't like I'll go outside and I forget to put like a sweater on. I'm like, sorry about my boobs. Distracting. I digress. Anyway, I know you think mom is talking to somebody. Oh, Leslie, thank you. Thank you. The Nap Ministry is amazing. Christy, of course, you know about that. That's awesome. Here's to be a slasher flick for sure. Hot is soothing, cold is contracting, and is painful to you. Yes, and I had to work on that. I was surprised that I was able to really clip into the discomfort and then calm down and soothe my system with that. So it's definitely not for everybody. There's I think it's called the Ice Church or something up in Boulder. Rebecca, if you're still on here, we've talked about that before. I'm going to probably try that this year too. It should be fun. Good. Yes. Post all your offers. Offering now a virtual content creation and strategic partnerships to help sense before the seas. Whoa. Wow. Do tell. Post a link. You always come up with the best content though, honey. You really do. I just adore you for that. Like, you're really helping educate people. Okay. Randy says your friend's Pilates studio, Move for Studio, has its grand opening tomorrow. Oh, fun. Good. I love that you're in the fitness world then too. Yes, there you go. Amazing. You free life /free dash webinar. Oh, that's great, Leslie. Thank you. Yes, you're doing a lot on Instagram, which is great too. Yes, we are the queen, queen and the godmother of trusting our intuition. Boy, do I talk about that a lot, especially seeing a lot of these things. I went to this movie the other day called Women Speaking. Woo, was it intense? First of all, I love Sarah Polley. She is the screenwriter in this. She's been in a lot of different movies, a lot of art house movies. But it was a very intense movie about women that were what appeared to be probably an Amish community, and were trying to decide if they were going to leave because they realized that the men had been assaulting them repeatedly. And I'm going to be careful on how I see this. I don't want to get too many triggers, but this really deep conversation about women, um, talking and talking through their options. And the biggest thing too was just, and I've said this for so long about how our intuition is shamed out of us. And for men too, for men who are empaths and feelers and HSPs, highly sensitive people, it's not an easy road for you either. I mean, yes, maybe you can get hurt a little bit more, but your intuition, when it tends to run towards something that would seem to be of feminine energy, and please, feminine energy doesn't mean female necessarily. It's just more the balance, the yin and yang of the masculine and the feminine. And so the more that we are trusting that, because you could just see the pain for these women that they'd been victimized for so long because they've been gaslit, you know? Um, let's see. Oh, you are fabulous. I don't know if you're talking to me, but you are fabulous, honey. Oh, hi, Michael Daniels. Are you going live today, little brother? Post your link. You're going live probably in about 15 minutes. Anna, oh, how are you doing in Buffalo, honey? You're set for snow. No kidding. Uh, let's see. Oh, thank you. I really don't even think you realize the power you've had in those. Oh, thank you, honey. I do love holding space for people. Oh, thank you. But I feel like I have so many people that do the same thing though, that have these authentic selves that they present out there. And I mean truly authentic, not buzzword authentic. Ugh, so overused, right? I mean, it really can be. So I really do feel like I have a lot of people around me that do the same thing, and I just reflect. But what I like though, and I want to be clear about this, we all bring that different vision, right? Or that different gift. So it can ebb and flow to whatever our superpower is right now, then, just like seasons or like, cycles. We're big on cycles as women, aren't we? Speaking of which, next week is Friday the 13th. I love me some Friday the 13th. I was talking to a gal. I was talking to my insurance gal today, and we're going to talk about some of my different insurance things and kind of going over it. And I said something about, ooh, it's Friday the 13th. And she said, oh, do you not want to meet that day? And I was like, hell no, I want to meet with you on Friday the 13th. I think it's good luck. 13th was demonized by colonizers, by the way, in the patriarchy. I'm sticking with that. Anywho, all right, what else we got going on here? You know what? It's been 45 minutes. I think I'm going to get out of here. Post any links. Gidget and I, what are we going to do tonight? Oh, you know what? We're going to we're going to full moon meditate. We're going to put our water out. We haven't put it out yet. I know we need to put out water in clear bottles, right? Glass. And just set some intention over it. If you have crystals or anything fun, any talismans, I'm probably going to set this out to clear the energy. I will definitely set my tuning fork out to get that fun, transmuted, gorgeous, healing energy. Yes. Oh, let's pull a card real quick. Let's do hold please. I know, I'm sorry. Toots. Oh, these cards that I forgot. Andy, you are the blame Andy Lyons for reminding me. I love saying that because I mean it in such a nice way. About the Divine Feminine Oracle book, Megan Watterson. Oh, God, I just love her. She's so yummy and delicious. All right. This is for all y'all out there. What does this look like? Just kidding. You can't take me anywhere. All right. This gal just jumped out at me. Oh, look at her. She's got her little Princess Leia situation going on here. Amaterasu, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. What did I just say? What did I just say, people? Oh, I love that. All right, let me read about her. And if you have any other comments or whatever, and I'm going to close out with some tuning fork too. So not to worry, I will not leave you hanging. But tell me what you're going to do for the full moon tonight. You know how I love that. Okay, page 150. Here it is. I mean, seriously, and we're starting it off so great. And I guess today is, what's that called? Like at the end of the 12 days of Christmas. What's that called? Some religious thing. I think it's Catholic. What's that called today? At the end of that, it's like the pinnacle or something. Like somebody else said that they don't take their Christmas stuff down until today. You know me, I do not pay attention to a lot of that. All right, here we go. Amaterasu, the goddess of light. She, and let's see, when you're, I'm not going to read about her because it's going to be too long, but she embodies the levity that brings us out of the darkness and shows us the beauty of our own light. Hello. She's the most powerful deity in the Shinto religion. She's a solar goddess of Japanese mythology. Her name means shining in heaven. When your soul selects her card, here you go. The cave is so crucial. Drawing inward, hiding our light to restore ourselves and to heal from something or someone that felt too intense or aggressive. When we hide our light, though, we aren't the only ones left in the dark. We take our light from the ones who love us as well. That makes me tear up a little bit. The beauty of Amaterasu is that she emerges from the cave out of curiosity. Man, curiosity is a good word for this year, just saying. Attracted to someone else's joy. That's when she meets with the dawn of her own reflection. She doesn't truly see herself and the beauty of her light until she's drawn out of herself. Who feels like I'm talking to you? I feel like I'm talking to me. Oh my goodness. And you can use themselves, by the way. When I say herself, I'll say that I mean just overall. Amaterasu sees her own light once she becomes curious about seeing the light that's around her and the levity and the laughter of other deities. We're all deities, just a little FYI. This is the answer. This is the way. If we've been too long in retreat and if we've been hiding our light, not out of self love and a soulful need for restoration, but out of a reaction to someone else's pain, then we draw ourselves out by focusing on the joy of others. Oh, they're saying then draw ourselves out by focusing on the joy of others. Seeing their light allows us to see our own. Ooh, this is good. And sometimes even the solar goddess needs to be inspired or reminded why she shines so brightly, not just for the sake of her own reflection, but also for all those beloved beings that need her rays of light to remember their own. Sometimes we need the sight of the faces we brighten in order to remember why we are so devoted to finding our way back into the light. And here's a soul voice meditation. Imagine someone in this moment you want most to see laugh and fill with light. Woof. And your intention, we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. My work here is done. Isn't that something? Do you want me to post this in the comments? Like I'll have to photo shoot. What? Anyway, I'll take a picture and I'll post it after I'm done here. That's it. I'm on behalf of myself and this Miss New Booty, more like Miss New Tootie. Yeah, you've been a little stinky. Let me see some comments. Oh, yay. Yay. Wasn't that good? And again, just thank you for your comment. I love you. Oh, yes, Anna, the weather has got to be leaving your head is spinning. So we're going to send you some good energy. Yes, I loved connecting with you too. Yeah, when the wise men arrive. Epiphany, Brooke, Brooke from above is here. Thanks, babe. I love that. I love that it's Epiphany. What does it mean when the wise men arrived? Hee hee. Hi, Tiffany. Tiffany Joyce here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, all the favorite light workers. Do you feel like they just came rolling in? They saw some light and they brought their light. Oh my gosh, that's all of you. Oh, Brooke, thank you. She says Epiphany is at the end of Christmas, 12 days after the birth of Jesus. The wise men arrived to warn Mary and Joseph that Herod was planning to kill all the children under the age of 3, called the Holy Innocents. They left him gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and they sold those to afford to flee to Egypt. Oh, thank you, honey. I love that. All right, I am going to post that. Yay. Oh, gosh. And I met Tiffany through Jessica. So that's awesome too. All right. Wasn't that delightful and yummy? That was perfect. So we got Epiphany. We got Gidget up in my boob and my armpit. Nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to post this delightful card of this wonderful goddess. Look at her. I needed that one. I don't know about y'all. Okay. I love you. I will see you next week for Friday the 13th. I think we're going to be here, right? You're still going to be here. Papa's not going to come get you for a little bit. So that is it, y'all. On behalf of myself and Gidget the Frenchie, see ya. Have a good weekend. Have fun. Bye.